Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the Monday, June 16th, 2025 Board of Education meeting to order at 7:04 p.m. We will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. Please rise. Oh, yeah, you will need to do that. Susan, would you please read the mission statement?
Sure. The Orange Elementary School District recognizes that the education of each child is the shared responsibility of every member of our community. Our goal is to inspire and empower each student to achieve academic excellence, embrace social and individual responsibility, and lead with integrity. We believe all individuals should be valued and treated with respect. Together, we will make a difference.
Okay, thank you for that. We'll move on to board introductions. Mr. Scarinzi, would you please start?
Anthony Scarinzi.
Ronette James.
Carmen Rodriguez.
Susan Riccio.
Jeff Kapp.
Ken Ziman.
Okay. Moving on to public participation. Do we have any public participation this evening? If so, please step to the podium and state your name and address. Sure, if you'd like to introduce yourself, yeah. And I'm just going to have Susan just go ahead.
Okay, speakers may offer objective comments to the board concerning school operations and programs. Comments will be limited to 2 minutes per speaker. The board encourages speakers not to express personal complaints or defamatory comments to the Orange Board of Education personnel or any person associated with the Orange Public School System. Comments again about security matters related to due process, negotiations, or grievances will not be permitted. Consistent with the principles of the Federal Education Right to Privacy Act, FERPA, discussions about students are prohibited absent a written parent waiver. Public participation does not allow for two-way conversation between the board and the participants. We thank you for expressing your thoughts and opinions. All comments will be taken into consideration.
Thank you. I just wanted to introduce myself. Hello, everyone. Happy Monday evening. My name is Erin Wilson. I'm the mom of two, 8-year-old Nathan, 5-year-old Nora. We are a part of soon the MLT school for my younger Nora and Turkey Hill for my son Nathan, going into 3rd grade in the fall. Here to learn, observe, be a sponge, and just happy to learn from all of you and happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Hello. Hello. All right. My name is Ralph Margai. My daughter just graduated from RBS. Yeah, going into 7th grade, getting old. My son is going into 2nd grade in RBS, and the same thing as Aaron. We're just happy to you guys are having us today. And hello to everybody I've met before. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody. It's nice to meet you. Nice to be here. My name is Lauren Cray. I'm very excited to have my son Elias, who's 5, going to Marriott Tracy this fall. So first of my 3 to be going into public school. So very excited about that. Just here to learn, observe, and just really get involved and understand more about what's going on and be a part of the community and the whole education system. Very excited to be here in this school district. I know our schools are so excellent. So we have to keep them up there. Thanks.
Thank you. Would anyone else like to speak? No? Okay. All right, thank you for that. All right, we will move on to our consent agenda. I will need a motion to accept the first item under the consent agenda. The first item is the minutes from the May 19th, 2025 Board of Education special meeting. Do I have a motion to accept the minutes from the May 19th, 2025 Board of Education special meeting? Ronette? Ken? Second? All right, any discussion? No? All in favor? Opposed? Abstained? You got that? Okay, thank you. Moving on to our superintendent's report. Dr. Scarpetti, the floor
Good
is yours.
evening. Good evening, Mr. Kaplan and the rest of the board members. Happy belated Father's Day, by the way. I hope everyone had a great weekend. As you are aware, the school year officially ended 2 Fridays ago for our students, and would like to extend our deepest gratitude to our staff and the entire Orange community for making this a successful year as we continue to address any challenge that have come our way. Thanks to the first selectman and all the board members who attended the ceremonies either in person or virtually. And I'd like to take a step aside of just talking about a variety of people who helped out. It takes a lot of work to make this happen. I want to start off with our IT department. When COVID occurred, we wanted to make sure that we had accessibility to all our parents with the promotion ceremonies. And what we found out is we need to keep doing this because beyond COVID, there are a lot of families that couldn't attend, either because of mobility issues or because they lived far away. So just to give you some idea, the MLT Stepping Up ceremony, 221 people viewed that. Our Peck Place promotion ceremony, 98 people viewed that. Racebrook, 180, and Turkey Hill, 101. It seems to be growing every year. So again, thanks to the tech department, and we do our best to constantly improve the technology. We've learned issues, climate issues that we've had to deal with. Some of you may have seen a big tent over that because of the way the sun hits, but want to first thank them. In addition, I think many of you know Chris Smalls, Mr. Smalls. He happens to be a parent of ours, but he also works for the rec department. So during this time of the year, we borrow bleachers from the town, and we start off at MLT, and it was so nice because, again, his crew sets it up, and for the sake of time, he actually and his crew helped set up the chairs too, which usually our custodians do that. And so just a shout out to Mr. Smalls and his crew who helped out immensely. And as I mentioned, the custodians working around the clock and helping with that. And just the parents, the PTOs, as you all aware, I meet with the PTO council every month. Want to extend a gratitude to them. And even before the promotion ceremonies occurred, there were a lot of events occurring with that. The art shows, which I know many of you showed up to. Mr. Ronay, he does the 5th and 6th grade Olympics. For those of you that don't know, Mr. Ronay started that, I don't know how many years ago, but when his children have far passed, I think all of them have graduated, passed, and he consistently contributes his time and energy with his staff to make that happen for the kids. So want to thank everyone for regarding that. And in a moment, Mr. Gray is going to be talking about a variety of things, mostly some of the things that are being done to the building. I want to just do a quick shout out to 21st Century. They're helping us with a playscape in addition at, not Racebrook School, I'm sorry, Peck Place School, which is making it even with the other schools. So some of you, when at least the building and grounds, Turkey Hill and has 2 playscapes. Racebrook has an extremely large one that encompasses basically 2 playscapes, and now Peck Place will have a second one. In addition to that, we began our summer programs today, and we look forward to our professional learning days with our leadership team and for our curriculum revisions during the summer, and Dr. Russo will be giving an update in a moment. We've hired all our certified staff. We're looking to hire our district permanent subs and such, but all our certified staff have been hired. We just did our last hire last week. And just want to wish our families a safe and enjoyable summer, and our graduates who are moving on to the middle school, wish them well as they continue their journey. And so want to thank everyone and wish everyone an enjoyable summer.
Thank you for that report. Does anyone have any questions?
Yes, I do.
Oh, sure, go ahead.
It's not a question. I did attend 2 of the graduations, which were wonderful. I noticed the Peck Place stands where the graduates sat. The first row is so low that the girls had to sit like this. I wondered if we could just raise that up for next year. It seems, blocks or something underneath, just to raise it up, it would seem to be more comfortable. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ziman.
Go ahead, Rhonda.
I was able to attend 2 of the art shows, and I was, again, so impressed with our talented students, but also you can tell the passion that their art teachers have. The schools looked beautiful, and I know that so many families enjoyed taking home all those pieces, and if they're like me, decorate their house with them. And I still have them up from my kids from years past, and it's just such a wonderful thing. Both Peck Place and Racebrook had amazing turnouts, and they were wonderful nights. So thank you for inviting us. The kids did a great job.
Anyone else? Oh, Susan.
I just wanted, I was only able to attend Peck Place's graduation, and I have to say it was outstanding. I'm sure the others were also, but I was just so impressed with the students and their essays and their thoughtfulness. There were essays that I don't think, I'll be honest, I know I couldn't write essays like they did. They were moving, they were insightful, and they were just so talented. I mean, and there were 3 or 4 children that did it, and I was like, okay, all of them are smarter than I am, and I have, I don't know how many degrees. This is crazy. But I was so impressed. I wanted just to compliment all of the teachers and the faculty and the staff, and they did such a great job. It was wonderful. So thank you.
A lot of work goes into, and again, I extend our gratitude for all of you. I know you're busy during the day, and everyone made time to attend at least one ceremony, so thank you to all of you.
Okay, anyone? All right, now we do have some of the best teachers out there, so let's move over to Mr. Gray.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My finance portion is rather short this evening. I'll start off with grant updates. Our ARPA Summer Mental Health Supports Grant, we're in year 2 with this grant. It's a $50,000 grant. We've spent $7,400 worth of that grant so far, and we have $42,600 left. Again, this is for delivery of mental health services to summer program students. Our primary mental health grant is a $20,000 grant. We have spent all the way down to a remaining $3,275. That is for K-3 early detection programs for emotional behavioral learning problems. Our ARPA School Mental Health Specialist, we are in year 2. Well, we just ended year 2. Again, this was a grant that was funding a second social worker for the district. That was a $92,000 grant, again, all for salary purposes. We're going to be entering year 3, and as you recall, year 3 is funded at 70%. The other 30% is built into our operating budget, so that grant is $64,000 next year. And finally, we have a consolidated Title III grant. This is just over $18,000. It's $18,225, a newer grant that Dr. Russo just procured. And this is for language instruction assistance for families of students who are English language learners. The audit, the end of the fiscal year always marks the start of the auditing process, during which our vendor completes an independent accountant's review process. They utilize agreed-upon procedures from the state that they use of our educational financial system expenditures and data. This is due December 31st, 2026. We always shoot for December 31st as our deadline. And the auditors will be visiting in June and July to get started on this work, meeting with various office staff and getting data to begin that audit. And that concludes the finance portion.
Okay, any questions?
Thank you.
Sure.
So regarding the primary mental health grant, so since we're almost down to the bottom of that, how will the early detection programs be affected once that runs out?
So we have another year of that,
Okay.
the ARPA Summer Mental Health.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, the primary
The
mental?
primary, yeah, there's 3,000.
We have to reapply,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope, that was it.
No, okay. Anyone else have anything? Okay.
The facilities portion, again, like Dr. Scarpetti said, the end of the year is really, really busy, especially in the facilities department with all the activities that are happening in the buildings. whether it's an art show or a concert or the promotion ceremonies, there's a lot happening. So I just want to recognize our custodial staff and our supervisor of maintenance and custodians for all their work during the last couple of weeks of school. Again, we had those concerts, the art shows, the assemblies, promotion ceremonies. They have large-scale setups. Any of you who, again, went to any of the promotion ceremonies, you could see the amount of setup there is. So they're doing this as they're doing their daily duties. So it's a lot of work. It's all hands on deck at each school. So this is done during the course of their daily routines. They did a great job preparing the schools for these events. And as Dr. Scarpetti said, again, a special thanks to Chris Small and his team, because anytime we call him, or even Donnie Foyer, the police department, the fire department, fire marshal's office, we instantly get feedback from them. They come out, they help us with whatever we need. But again, Chris Small and his team, they brought out the bleachers. We happen to be setting up chairs. They came over and set up chairs with us. So it's great to work in a community where everyone helps out. So I just wanted to thank them as well, like Dr. Scarpetti did. We've now moved our building hours to summer hours, so 7 to 3, the buildings are open. Our custodians, once again, are working in team in the buildings. So they conduct their summer cleaning protocols all together in one building. They finish that building, they move to the next building. Seems to go well. They've got a really good plan down that they've been using the last few years, and the finished product is what we see when we visit the buildings in August, right before school starts. They do a great job all summer long. So looking forward to getting the buildings in shape and ready for the start of school in August. Dr. Scarpetti had mentioned some of the summer projects that were taking place. Right now, we're actually painting the interior hallways of Racebrook School. Racebrook is unique because the ceilings are a little bit lower in that building, and the hallways are somewhat narrower than the other buildings. So we're using a much lighter paint in the hallways. Dr. Scarpetti and I were there last Friday afternoon, and they had put the first coat of paint in the upper hallway, which is that really long hallway. It makes a world of difference how much brighter it is, and it actually does make the hallways look larger. So that's happening right now. Once they finish that job, which is probably going to be done tomorrow, they'll be up at Turkey Hill School painting all of the steel columns under the large overhang in front of the school. I think there are about 20 of those columns out there. They're in rough shape. All the paint is peeling, and they're going to be painting those. Mary L. Tracy School, you'll recall back in, I believe it was March, I had reported that the boiler, the steam boiler, had failed here. It failed an inspection from the state, needed to be replaced. They took the old boiler out last week. They're in the process of installing the new boiler and the feed tank for it. They poured concrete pads, new concrete pads for them, and we're putting the sections of the boiler together today. So that should be up and running in about a week or so. Not that we're going to need heat until October, but it will be tested, pressure tested, to make sure that it works. We will also be doing, trying to get done all 3 of our approved capital projects. These are the projects that I had mentioned back in during the budget process and in the budget BOE updates that Dr. Scarpetti sends out. So we're looking at completing Peck Place Library media flooring and furniture refurbishment, paving of the primary playground blacktop at Turkey Hill School, which has really gone into tough shape. There's separations and large cracks. It's not safe to be playing on. And then refinishing and relining the gymnasium floors. Again, they're used almost nightly during the school year for basketball practices, cheerleading practices, lacrosse. The community uses those quite a bit. Badminton from New Haven uses our MLT court, so they take a beating. So it's been about 10 or 11 years since they were last done, and that's another project that's going to be getting done. And that concludes the facilities portion.
All right, thank you for that. Questions?
Did you guys say where the new Peck playground is going to be located? I might have missed it. Is it adjacent to the current?
It's going to be on the primary side of the building where
Oh,
the
nice.
graduation took place, but in the corner a little bit further.
So, like in the courtyard?
No. Where the graduation, promotion ceremony took place for 6th grade,
Okay.
where the
Oh,
flagpole
I
is.
see. Yep,
Yep, so it's on the right-hand side when you drive in,
like more towards the front of the building.
but in the back more.
Looking at Peck, right-hand side, you walk through that gate all the way into the corner. It almost replicates when we walk through Turkey Hill out, right next to their primary, but it's going to be closer to the corner,
Okay,
back corner.
okay, nice. Thank you.
All right. Any other questions? Okay, we'll move over to Dr. Russo.
Good evening. Very much like facilities, curriculum has summer projects as well. The first is to, as Dr. Scarpetti shared, make sure that summer learning goes off smoothly. And the summer learning this year has a camp invention focus, which is interesting to note that the curriculum is based on the work of inventors that were awarded prizes for their inventions and are in the Inventors Hall of Fame. So that curriculum is based on those types of experiences that kids are learning about. Another summer project is to continue to add the details to our professional learning calendar. We did share with our curriculum subcommittee, we shared with all of you in the board update the plans for next year. We just really want to make sure that everything is set for our teachers and our students when they get back. So we'll really be working to make sure that all those details are clear and everything is communicated. We are also working on behind-the-scenes details for the report cards so that we can have all subjects be graded with standards-based grading. Up until now, it's just been English language arts and math, and so now, hopefully by the beginning of next year, all subjects will rely on standards-based grading as reflected on the report cards as well. We collect operational curriculum data throughout the year, and we will be working this summer to include and layer those findings and that data into the curriculum and also communicating those changes to teachers next year and making sure that that communication is clear. We are also working with the administrators to unpack all of our student data to plan for our students for next year, create schedules, and make sure that we hit the ground running with our differentiated instruction. And it's also a time when our administrators have an opportunity to engage in professional learning as well. So we're going to continue with that and also include this year's learning into our Orange Adult Learning Plan. So many of you have seen our adult learning plan so that any new teacher or any teacher who has been with us wants to refresh that knowledge can access everything that we've learned in that document. And so this summer we'll make sure that we add all the new learning there to preserve as well. And that concludes my report.
Thank you for that. Does anyone have any questions? No? Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll move over to board business. First item is policy second read, Orange Board of Education, policy 5127, students promotion procedures and ceremonies. Do I have a motion to accept the Orange Board of Ed policy 5127, students promotion procedures and ceremonies? Susan, second. Anthony, any discussion? All in favor? Okay, it's unanimous. Moving over to number 2, policy second read, Orange Board of Education policy 5144.12, students challenging behavior prevention restorative practice response. Do I have a motion to accept the Orange Board of Ed policy 5144.12, students challenging behavior preventative restorative practices response? Ronette, second. Ken, oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, okay.
I didn't see you. Any discussion? All in favor? Okay, that's unanimous as well. Policy second read, Orange Board of Ed Policy 6177, use of commercially produced video recordings. Do I have a motion to accept the Orange Board of Ed Policy 6177, use of commercially produced video recordings? Susan, second. Ken, any discussion? All in favor? That's unanimous as well. Okay. The next policies will be second reads at our next Board of Ed meeting. The number 4 is Orange Board of Ed Policy 4135.1-4235.1, Personnel Certified, Non-Certified Agreement. Number 5, Orange Board of Ed Policy 4147-4247, Personnel Certified, Non-Certified Employee Safety. 6, Orange Board of Ed Policy 5131.1, Students Bus Conduct. 7, Orange Board of Ed Policy 6156, Instruction Use Computers in Instruction. Okay, moving to item number 8, discussion and possible action, PTO gift to Turkey Hill School. Anthony, would you like to please share the PTO request to the board?
Sure. So the PTO at the Turkey Hill School is proposing to fund an installation of a glass wall in the media center to support the Audio Visual Club. I was invited by Dr. Sarpetti to visit the school where he and Mr. Gray explained the whole scope and purpose of that project. Following that visit, our subcommittee reviewed the proposal and we unanimously supported accepting that gift from the PTO. And we're now seeking the board approval so installation can proceed during the summer.
Okay. We making a motion now then? So are you making the motion then to accept this? Okay. A second. Ronette, any discussion? All in favor? Okay, that passes unanimously. Thank you. Go ahead.
I'd like to say a gigantic thank you to the Turkey Hill PTO for their generous gift.
Yes, you are right on with that. Much appreciative. Moving on to item 9, July Board of Ed meeting. Due to the summer schedule and the risk of not having a quorum, almost like tonight, almost. We just made it. As discussed, we're going to agree to cancel the July 21st, 2025 meeting with the understanding that if something arises, a meeting is necessary, we will have a special meeting called to order. Okay? Sound good? Sound good? Okay. Happy vacations. Let's see here. I will be looking for a motion to enter into executive session to discuss the next agenda item after the standing committees in the ACES report, which is item number 10, the superintendent's evaluation. So we will move into standing committees, finance and operations. Susan.
So the Finance and Operations Committee met prior to this meeting. Mr. Gray updated us on the financials. All are in order. He did a great job of sharing it with you earlier. And if anybody has any questions, let me know. That's it.
Thank you. Any questions? Okay, we'll move over to personnel policy, transportation. Anthony?
The Building and Grounds Subcommittee, we met on May 28th.
Personnel policy, transportation, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Personnel
You're going to give it?
No,
Oh,
no, we don't
I
have
thought we were
a-
skipping because Betty's
Okay,
not here.
but
so,
you want to?
I could give a brief update, Mr.
Thank you,
Carr.
thank you.
Somebody will do it.
So we met last month at the end of the month. As you saw, there are 4 policies as first reads, as Betty has shared in the past. If there's any questions, please reach out. These policies were really chosen because since we typically do not meet in July, we want to choose policies not necessarily were easy, but just because they've missed the date. Again, for whatever reason, some policies way back when were missing the month and the date. They had the year, and that doesn't qualify as a approved policy. So those are the ones we're trying to chip away. And so those were decided intentionally. In addition to that, Mr. Cap, we went over the long-range plan. There were no revisions at that time. And Mrs. Hadlock will be reaching out to the committee members to set up a meeting at the end of August, basically, to do that in August. So that ends Mrs. Hadlock's report.
Okay, thank you for that, Dr. Scarpetti. All right, now we'll move over to buildings and grounds.
My apologies for skipping over you. All right. So yes, we did meet on May 28th, reviewed the Turkey Hill PTO's request that we just approved. The committee also went over the long-range plan and had no revisions. So our next meeting, we're going to visit the schools as we've done in the past, I believe in August, and that's it.
Okay, any questions? Go ahead.
Could you let the board know if we can come with you and to visit some of the schools?
No.
Okay, I'm coming anyway.
Of course. All are welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, any other, nothing? Okay, curriculum, instruction, technology, Mr. Zyman.
We did have our meeting, and I wrote a wonderful report, but Dr. Russo shared a music lesson with us, and I decided I would much rather have you see that lesson than me talk about it. Okay? I'll move out of the way. Are we going to do it now?
They're gonna, so I did not mention during my update that one of the summer projects is this amazing music learning plan that Mr. Zyman is talking about, but can we unveil it at the August session? Because, because it's not ready yet, but you did see a beautiful glimpse of it. It's amazing.
Are you giving the lesson, Dr. Russo?
Am I what?
Are you giving the music lesson?
Oh, gosh, no. No, right, it's a video of an amazing resource. Why don't you talk a little bit about it?
When I was teaching, I found they were still singing the songs that they sang when I was a kid. And what they've done, what they've created, the music department, what they've created now is so far and away anything we've seen before. Inspire and empower. That's what's in the mission statement, and that's what the music department does now. I was just so impressed with it.
And if I may add, Mr. Zyman, what we follow is the music learning theory, and that talks about tone, rhythm, improvisation, and movement. For some of the board members that were here, we actually had some of our music teachers come, and for some of you may remember, we actually got into a circle, and Mr. Ryan demonstrated what we do. And again, we could follow up with that, Mr. Zyman, and actually have either all or some of our music teachers here to back that up of what we're doing this summer.
Oh, I can't wait now. Okay, any questions?
No one wants to hear me say.
Yeah, true. You don't want to hear me sing.
You'll want to sing and play the ukulele along when you see this.
Okay, we'll move over to our ACES report.
So Area Cooperative Educational Services, as you all know, the Orange District is part of ACES. There are 26 other districts that are, well, 25 other districts that participate within ACES, which is a regional educational service center. So it provides services to all 26 towns to be able to do things that they may not be able to do, but we can do collaboratively so that everybody has that opportunity. So ACES met on June 5th in Hamden, and we voted on 14 budgets. You think trying to get one budget through is hard? This was 14 in this last one. There was another 22 before that, literally. So we had 36 budgets to vote on. So you don't really want to see the list, but we had a vote on our magnet schools, which are ACES at Chase, Wintergreen Inter-District Magnet School, and Educational Center for the Arts are our 3 magnet schools. All of those budgets passed. We're very happy about that. We voted on security, community engagement, educational technology. No one needs to memorize these. The educational Technology, Deputy Executive Director, Area Directors, Marketing, Human Capital Development, Fiscal Management, Executive Director, the Governing Board, and Network Services. We also approved the Human Capital Development Report. We approved the Early Head Start Report. We also had board nominations for officers, and I was again selected chairman of the board, which I was very happy about and very thankful to the board. Thank you. So that was very nice. We have a couple new officers, which is wonderful as well. We have one who's going to be stepping down from the board in November, and we have her backfill on it so that they're going to get to overlap to understand what the job is. So we're happy about that as well. Sorry to see Ethel leave, but happy to see somebody stepping into her shoes, which is great. We also had an update on the Bassett Road, which is going to be a complete special ed school focusing on autism and special needs. And that will officially be opening not this year, but next year. So next June it'll be open. So they'll have the first summer school there and keep going from there. So that was a big deal. And we also got an addition of a grant for ACES at Chase. So Chase, which is in Waterbury, we have to do a major renovation because we bought it only a few years ago, and it doesn't really comply with some of the state standards because it used to be a private school. So some of the size doors and having elevators in certain places and removing some of the stairs and making it a kind of a ramp instead. There's been a lot of work, and we were able to get another grant to help with the building, and so we're very thankful to all the legislators who helped us with that. So that's the highlight, and we are not meeting in July and August for ACES, so I got the whole summer off.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
yeah, all good stuff.
Oh, well, congratulations on being elected chair again.
Thank you.
For ACES. Any questions for? Yeah.
No, I just wanted to congratulate the ACES board on their ability to spot talent, and I appreciate Susan's efforts.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. Okay. Okay, we're going to move, I'm going to look for a motion to enter into executive session, inviting Dr. Scarpetti to join us. Do I have a motion? Anthony, second. Susan, any discussion? All in favor to move into executive session? Unanimous, all of us. Okay, we are going to end executive session at 7:42 PM. Okay, we are now exiting executive session to convene into our regular session at 8:13. Based on the board's positive review of the superintendent, Dr. Vince Scarpetti, I am looking for a motion to modify terms and to extend Dr. Scarpetti's contract for one additional year with the modifications completed by the executive board. Do I have a motion? Susan, second. Ken? Any discussion? All in favor? Unanimous? Okay, that passes, and I am looking for a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting. Susan, I saw your hand go up first. Ronette, second. Any discussion? All in favor?
That's okay. I let it go.
You need to move over one seat.
He's got to go on this side.
This is like my whole life.
Yes, everybody was unanimous on that.
Okay, that was unanimous. We are ending our meeting at 8:14 PM. Thank you, and have a good summer, everyone.
Thank you.